No facial expression changes, but she inclines her head and says, "May the void subsume you."
Oh, she spoke.
Oh, that's not good.
Fireball goes off. Morel St. Prix, with a finger pointed accusingly at Torvin, and says, "That man Jack there is the one who took my..." Morel is down. Morel is just down immediately.
I'm gonna put an extra 2 bullets in him and go back up the ship.
Incredible.
Just bam.
I just appreciate it's like boom, and I'm like, I know Boxy can still boom, 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 and I'm like,
copy that. Putting the burnt blood oozing from several bullet holes body of Captain Morel St. Prix in this beautiful, now ash and blood covered, like velvet cushioned throne. Boxy, you recite your spell. Captain St. Prix comes from death and goes, blood, everything burnt and charred.
Captain St. Prix, you're not gonna die on me.
Hello, Captain Morel St. Prix reporting for duty.
A brand new crew, a ship of your own, new friends, a map to some great unknown treasure, enemies behind you, and a zombie captain.
hello, and welcome to Legends of the Multiverse. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Brennan got a tan. Yeah, no, unfortunately, Brennan could not join us this week, so it is I who will be the dungeon master now. Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm the captain now.
We're all
Yes.
gonna die.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance of that. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to be running the next few sessions. I don't know. Maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe more than that. Even I don't know. I've gone mad with power until they wrest it away from me. But in the meantime, let's introduce you beautiful people, and especially our wonderful guest this week. Let us begin with you. Who are you and who are you playing, Ginny?
Hi, I'm Ginny D, and I will be playing Gospel, and she is an astral elf cleric.
Excellent. I'm going to go in the order that you guys are on my screen here, but I'm going to go in a curveball order as you are on my screen, and I'm going to come down around the horn to Meagan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Meagan Kenreck, and today I will be playing Riddle, a level 5 autognome phantom rogue.
Excellent. And Gina?
Oh, hi, I'm Gina Darling. My character's name is Boxy, but you can call me Boxy. I am a Kender Grave cleric, right?
You're doing great, darling. Yes,
Yay!
perfect.
And this is Tiny.
Snaps for Tiny.
Tiny is my favorite. Tiny is my favorite. Yes. And Deborah?
Hello, yes, I'm Deborah Ann Woll. I will be playing Sunny, and I am a fabulous bugbear monk. I can do almost anything. I can talk to almost anyone. I'm just really excited to be here.
And last but certainly not least, Todd.
Hi, I'm Todd Kenreck, and I am playing Torvin, a Battlemaster Astral Elf.
Excellent. When last we met, our heroes narrowly escaped on the Deciduon from Her Majesty's Navy and from the Broken Skull with Hakatha Slim, the Mindflayer gunslinger, in hot pursuit. We peppered his ship a little bit to slow him down on the way out as we departed the Rock of Brawl, making hastily for anywhere but here. We also had recovered a skull, some sort of Gith artifact that apparently had a map etched into the back of it that allowed Kaiho, who is my character, to realize that there might be something out there that was even more valuable than revenge on Hakatha Slim and the opportunity to slay a Mindflayer. Some time has passed now, as the Deciduan are a living vessel that looks like a galleon that would sail on the seas, that actually can sail on the seas if you go to a world with seas, with a large treant on the back of it. And as we hurtle through Wildspace, stars streaking past, multicolored nebulas off in the distance, what might even occasionally look like the odd living thing swimming through the void, we come back to the Deciduan deep inside in one of its training rooms as Torvin and Sunny are taking a moment to practice. What are the two of you doing down there?
I'm going to be honest. I'm shooting at Sunny. I want to see that trick again. I
Yeah.
was so impressed. She grabbed a bullet and threw it back at someone and killed them. And I'm feeling like I've chosen the wrong career.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're doing. I think I'm doing all of the gymnastics and my scarf is like whipping around. And one thing you notice is that like, as it does, it's very distracting. Like it makes you want to shoot in different places because you're not quite sure like what's body, what's scarf, right? So I'm just like dodging his bullets. And eventually, yeah, I kind of catch one and use its own momentum to fling it back at you, Torvin.
So now we have to let fate decide, since it's possible to inflict non-lethal damage with a weapon, attacking with the flat of it. So you're going to be attacking with the flat bullets now, the rubber bullets that you keep just for this.
Yes.
But
Rubber
Torvin,
Mike's line is cute bullets. Yeah.
Torvin, give me an attack roll, and Sunny, give me your snatch missiles roll. But you can do it with advantage because he very much is like 3, 2, 1, shablamo.
Here it comes. Okay.
No matter what I do, I've lost because either I've missed or I've hit Deborah Ann Woll's character.
There's no winning.
That does seem zero sum, but that's all right. Sunny's very tough.
I'm really
That's a
tough.
17.
The 17 hits, but I'm going to roll my deflect missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. That is a 19.
Tell me, Sunny, Sunny, he was supposed to he's like little off to the left, and just those instincts take over, and it's center mass. He just like boom, right at you.
Right directly at me. But you see, I even I smile a little bit as it comes towards me, and I just it's just like a little dance move to the side, and it just kind of passes, and I'm actually going to whip it with my ponytail so that it whips back towards you. And let's see if I hit you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
No, it doesn't.
No, I meant to miss you.
Mm-hmm.
I was showing off a little bit. You notice that it actually just parts your hair right down the middle. It's really cute. It looks way better that way.
I've got an idea. If ever there's a point where, there's a corner and I can't see who's coming around the corner, I can just shoot at you. You grab the bullet and then you toss it around the corner. It'll be great. They won't see that coming. It's not optimized, but there's something to keep up. Maybe in a few years we'll remember this conversation we're having right now.
I am so game. Torvy. Can I call you Torvy? It's way cuter.
What? Well, yeah, yes, I suppose you can.
Actually, if you took your scarf and you tied it up a little bit tighter here, and then move the knot to the side, and the whole time I'm just sort of rearranging his clothes and just a little bit off the shoulders, and then just so he's just a little bit cuter, just a little bit.
You're tightening my elven duster.
Yeah. See, the belt should be done and it should be tied like this, but don't do it like that. You got to do it this way so that it hangs down and doesn't stick up in that awkward way.
I had no idea that's how a belt worked. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am
Torvin.
several hundred years old, but I did not know any of this about fashion.
Torvin, you've lived for centuries, and there is something about the enthusiasm of this teenage bugbear that is just infectious.
Which I imagine is just towering over me. That is just like,
Oh yeah.
and let's change this.
It's literally a cartoon where there's like a dust cloud and then suddenly Torvin looks amazing. Yeah.
You know,
Some of that dust is me.
Yes.
Meanwhile, up on the deck of the ship, the treant is sitting there on the deck, rooted into the deck. You all see, again, it is very difficult to measure the passage of time on board a spelljamming vehicle because there's no sun to rotate around. The vessel moves almost incomprehensibly fast. It looks like a wooden galleon, but it's capable of traveling 100 million miles in 24 hours if it can just get out free from anything with a gravity well. So it's not clear to you just how far behind the Rock of Brawl is. But what you have noticed is its roots go down into the deck of the ship. And Boxy, you in particular would have realized the holes that have been punched in the side of the ship from the damage when it came into port have begun to grow over, like the ship is healing like a living thing. And now, Boxy, you are sitting in the roots, or up in the branches of the treant. In Riddle, where would you be?
I think Riddle would be keeping a really close eye on Boxy because Riddle knows that Boxy has sticky fingers, and there is something very important to Riddle on this ship that's just below the tree, just below deck. So I think Riddle is right at the top of the staircase to go down to the level below deck.
Boxy, if you would, give me an insight check.
Oh, insight. 10.
10. You don't notice anything at all about Riddle. She's just standing there watching. But you do notice the treant seems sad about something. He just goes,
Aww. Boxy looks at the tree. She's dangling. She's sitting on its branches, her feet dangling. She's playing with Tiny. And she notices that Rudy is kind of sad. Like, he doesn't look like he's doing too well. Hey, Rudy, are you doing okay?
I'm a little bummed.
Tiny, do you think it's because we stole one of his branches? No? Okay. Rudy, what's wrong? What's wrong, buddy?
It's just that I actually don't like the name Rudy, but nobody ever asked. It's a very stereotypical tree name.
It is kind of stereotypical. Well, Rudy,
Right?
like, hey, if you...
I don't call you Shorty.
Hey! Oh, I mean, yeah, you don't. I don't like that very much.
You're appropriately sized for a kinder.
Oh, thank you. See, Tiny, I told you, we're just fine the way we are. I mean, hey, so if you wanted a name, what would it be? What do you think? I like maybe like Thud or Oof or Oof or
the back of the throat. Riddle, what do you think?
Riddle's here. Riddle. Hey, Riddle, look what I came up with. Hold on, Tiny. Ready? Riddle, she likes because I'm little. Riddle. I think I made a piddle.
Oh, again.
Well, it rhymed. That was really cool.
Thank you.
I haven't been standing here the whole time. I just climbed these stairs just now, and I overheard your conversation about Rudy not liking your name. Well,
No.
I was thinking your name is Deciduon, right? This is the Deciduon ship. So could we call you Sid? What about Sid?
Sid.
You like that?
I love it.
Yes.
I'll be Sid now. And
right.
he does go to pose, Boxy, and the limb starts moving where you're about to fall off.
Wait, hold on.
It's
I'm
sorry.
Watch
here.
out, Boxy.
I'm here. Sorry.
Yes.
Hold on, no, but please don't look. Listen, I'm really little. My legs are kind of crumbly. But hey, I have an idea.
What?
Since your name is now Sid, I feel like we should carve it into your trunk. Don't you think?
No.
That's like a name tag.
That's
what,
not how
Boxy?
that works.
I was thinking we could do some graffiti and write Sid on the side of the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the ship. Ah, yes.
Not on you, just on the ship. I mean, you're kind of the ship, but not on the tree
This
part.
was literally a part of the ship, but I am not the ship.
Hey, Sid. I saw how you patched up all those holes on this ship. I just want to let you know that one day I hope maybe I can be as good of a healer as you, and I can patch up all the holes on my friends just as good.
He lifts the branch up and puts you in front of his face here, so you're about the size of his nose. And he says, Boxy, you're already perfect. You've fixed all kinds of holes in Kaiho already.
Yeah, he's a crybaby.
The moment you say he's a crybaby, you do notice Gakota, his pink owl, comes flying up from below and lands on a nearby branch and looks at you, and literally its feathers kind of ruffle.
Hey, shh. I've had bird before and I'll have it again.
Ooh, I like that spunk.
Oh, and Sid, I'm sorry. I took this from you. You can have your branch back.
Those are my fingers, Boxy. I always know when you take one. You keep it, though. It'll grow back eventually.
Thank you.
Hey, Sid, did you know that Boxy is actually from Kryn? And there's no divine healing magic on Kryn. So Boxy is actually kind of a miracle.
That's an odd conversational tangent, but
Well, you were talking about healing, and it just reminded me how cool that was that Boxy can do that, because I've never met anyone who could do that. I've read it in books before.
You're all miraculous to me, walking around on those two little sticks, and your sticks have wheels.
I have stick wheels. And I can roll around really fast.
I've seen it.
A little whoosh.
Boxy, while you all are watching Riddle, give me an athletics check. Let's see how good of a job you do with your wheelie whooshing here on the deck of the ship.
I whooshed a 16.
Perfect. Very, very impressive. Boxy, you know that Kaiho can see through Gakota's eyes and hear through its eyes. He has to do it on purpose. He doesn't always see and hear, but he cannot talk through it. So you all kind of have a little system in place of when Gakota needs to tell you something. And the owl does flutter down onto your ear and just nuzzles up against your head, which is the universal signal for find Kaiho.
Oh, okay. I got it. Hey, Sid, I gotta go really quick. Hey, I gotta jump down. How am I gonna get down? Hey, Riddle! I'm coming! And then she jumps right off and aims for Riddle.
You don't have to. Oh, okay. So, Riddle, give me athletics. Let's see how good of a job you do catching.
Roll as good as last time. 12? Does a 12 catch?
We've established Boxy's pretty little, so I'm going to say you catch her, but you definitely fall to the deck in the process. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, and she's made out of metal, Boxy.
Ow, Riddle!
Sorry, I didn't mean to be made out of metal.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I like you the way you are. But
are you okay?
It's okay. Your knee jammed into my rib. It's okay. I still love you. Mwah.
Oh, thanks. I love you too. I think when Riddle caught Boxy, one of the wheels came out from under her, and she just kind of slipped down. So her left knee hit Boxy in the back.
Boxy, Give me a perception check with advantage here. You know, she's a wonder of engineering, and you are a doctor, so you can't help but like give her a quick once over as you're getting up.
18.
You know, Boxy, as you kind of instinctively look her over, make sure you didn't hurt her and things, and you do notice she's got those gauges and dials kind of over her body that you saw before, but you also notice there are, like, expansion slots? Like, there's spots where, like, something else could be plugged in, like she could be modified or something. Like, people don't have, I mean, I guess they've got mouths, things go in their mouths, but I mean, you're not used to seeing this otherwise.
Oh, hey, Riddles. What's that? Hey, wait, hold on, wait. I stole this from the slimy lady's house. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, you have something cool?
It's not cool. You might be able to use it.
Is it something you stole?
This is Torvin fell asleep and I stole some blood. He doesn't know. Oh, here!
You stole blood from Torvin?
Yeah, shh, don't tell him. I found this really cool. It's like an electrical plug or something, and I saw it was kind of like glowing all blue, and I was like, that's cool. So. I think here, I'm gonna shove this in you, okay? And then she slams it into the slot.
When she pops it in her mouth, her hair immediately starts to stand up, and she takes it out and just comes back down. Riddle
just smooths out her hair. Oh, you have a little bit of electricity going on there.
Thank you.
Riddle, do you let her put this strange device into one of your slots?
Well, sure.
It's pretty, Riddle. It's pretty. Look, I like giving. You're pretty, so I want to give you a pretty thing.
Thank you. Wait, this is a plug. What is it for?
We'll find out ourselves.
Whoa, I love a mystery.
Yeah. And then Boxy grabs it and just slams it into the slot, and just pretty blue and purple sparks start flying out of it.
Riddle, give me a con save.
Oh, no. Oh, it was going to be a 18, but it was a 2 plus a 2, so a 4.
Who knew robots would have to make so many con saves?
Right? Am I not made out of metal?
Riddle, you immediately start to glow. Like you've had a light spell cast on you. You just, the moment you plug it in, all of you just glows.
Wow.
Boxy, I am a giant lamp.
Wow, I'm afraid of the dark. You'll be perfect. When we go to bed, can you sleep next to me?
Sure. Are you afraid of the dark?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can illuminate everything for you.
Cool. I'm gonna steal all the things I want to put it in you.
Does it change the what? Does it change the color of her blade?
You just are glowing. It's just a white light. Like you were like a light bulb that got plugged in.
Awesome.
Gakota lands on your shoulder again, and the nuzzle becomes far more intense. Like, you know when a cat gets way too into it, they're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry. I gotta go. But you look even prettier than usual, Riddle. Sid, I love you. Bye. And then Boxy starts running off to go to find Kaiho.
When Boxy goes running down the stairs, you see Gakota just floats there for a second and looks at you too, Riddle, and like very clearly, like just this thing and flies down under the hold.
I'm glowing. I'm a lamp. Bye.
Meanwhile, down underneath, Sunny and Torvin, you all hear Kaiho from somewhere deeper in the ship. His voice just sort of rings out. Could you all join me in here? I think I've found something interesting.
Yeah. Sunny's done adjusting Torvin's hat. And, kind of turn, I throw my scarf around my neck and sort of adjust and go, great, more adventure. And I'm going to turn and walk out the door towards Kaiho.
I don't understand what just happened. I don't own a hat. I follow after her.
As you all come out into the hallway, you see Boxy beating feet down the stairs, coming directly towards you.
I'm also, what, was it an owl?
Dakota, yeah. Little
Dakota,
pink
he's
owl.
an owl. Okay. I'm also holding Owl by the wings. Like, where do we go, buddy?
Dakota is very much squirming, trying to get away from you, but of course can't, and you see Kaiho just kind of points his head from around the corner here, further down into the hold, and he's like, you do know he hates it when you do that?
Yeah, maybe. Hold on. And she grabs a feather, sticks it in her pocket, and lets him go.
The owl gives you the judgiest look and just like flits over onto Sunny's shoulder and just like immediately starts preening where you pluck this feather. See, Kaiho is covered in dust and has like a towel over his shoulder. And he looks at you, Torvin, and he's like, how did you all manage to keep this ship in the sky without a wizard aboard?
Well, good intentions and just kind of a can-do kind of attitude, kind of like held everything together. Yeah.
Oh, faith, hope, pixie dust, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. But look, I've made it better. You're welcome. And he turns and he motions, and you see inside there is a device, which you knew was in there, Torvin. It just kind of had a tarp over it. It looks like it has 4 big magnifying lenses that have words etched into them that it can like rotate into position where one's on the bottom at any given time. I've fixed the teleportation circles. No, don't everyone thank me all at once. Yes, interplanetary travel is at our command once more.
I thought that was the privy.
Ooh,
Oh my God,
I'd hate
that's
to-
what that smell is. Okay.
I hate to be on
Also-
the other side of that teleportation circle when that happens. Yes.
Torvin.
Where was the
Torvin.
setting?
But is that blood, boss?
Hey, Torvin, you might want to check your cholesterol. I'm just saying, no reason.
What? Wait. This is a very strange day.
Where's Riddle? And he immediately like puts his hands on his coin purse and like rotates around in a circle, and he's like, "Where is Riddle?"
Is Riddle still above deck?
Does Riddle come down on her own? Otherwise,
I think, yeah, because Riddle is very aware of that thing that she cares a lot about, and she sees like her whole group go down there close to the thing that she cares a lot about. So she's gonna follow everyone.
Torvin, Riddle's glowing like a light bulb.
Torvin, Boxy, found this really cool thing and plugged it into my expansion slot, and now I'm a giant lamp. And she's not gonna have nightmares anymore.
No,
because she's afraid of the dark.
You look fantastic. You're lit up just like you really are inside. So I think you've just kind of hit your final form.
Thanks, Torvin.
Everyone's so much is changing. I have a hat now.
Yeah.
It's a
I have
It's,
lovely
it's one of
hat.
those like
That's
little
excellent, yes.
spectator hats that like people wear to the royal wedding. So yeah, I just want to look at Riddle and just be like, you can turn it off though, because like I can see you from a mile away, and that doesn't seem like super smart, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
I
it's kind
guess
of
you're right.
contrary to sneakiness, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You want me to
Sorry,
stop it?
Boxy.
I mean, keep it for now. I just mean like we might want to have an on and off switch.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um.
have an off switch and I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
perfect.
unplug the little crystal, you stop glowing. You
Amazing.
very quickly realize like on off. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand back here while you all talk and not steal anything. As
That-
she's eyeing that coin
That is
purse on.
nowhere near as comforting as you think it is. Wait, okay. You all almost made me forget. We have someone coming.
Friend.
Probably. Hopefully. Torvin.
Make two friends.
I had to reach out to Vima again. I can't make heads or tails of this thing. And he holds up the
dude.
skull, which you see, the skull is wrapped in silk, which Boxy, he usually uses to wrap his hair, which is previously his favorite belonging.
Wave
now-
check. Let's go.
Yeah. Mhm. Luxurious, yes. But he has it wrapped around the skull now. And he's like, I can't figure it out. She said she was going to send somebody who could help us figure out where the map was pointing to. It's fine. I left your name out. Okay, I used your name also, but she's probably not going to think you owe her for that. It's odd. Anyway, she's going to be here any minute. She pays well. It's fine.
This day is already a lot. I have a hat. I feel lightheaded. I don't know why.
I told her if she helped us with this one thing, we do a job on the house. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, the teleportation circle works.
No jobs on the house.
He reaches and hits a switch, and you see those lenses kind of rotate, and one of them comes into position. And you see he goes, oh, no, not that one, and runs over and actually, like, physically, like, the engraving is like metal runes on the circle around it. And he actually, like, pops some of them out. And he's like, that one connects to the Royal Navy. I don't think we want anyone coming or going from there. And it rotates again. And he's like, this should be it. Everyone... best behavior. Just be yourself. No, don't be yourselves. You know,
myself is awesome.
Never change, Sonny.
Boxy's self is awesome.
Thanks.
It's just we're but also please no stealing. And you see he turns and hits the button, and you see the circle lights up. And a moment later, you see a person standing there who wasn't there before. What does Gospel look like?
So you see a sort of like unhealthily frail looking, really tall elf with super pale skin, silver white hair. She has these unsettling white irises that are like just little pinprick black dots in the middle of her eyes. And she's wearing these long, formal-looking white cleric robes, and on her head she has this halo headpiece, and there's a veil that comes down over her face that's semi-transparent. She just has like the most serious expression on her face. She's completely still.
In front of you, Gospel, you see a Githyanki, another astral elf, a bugbear, a kinder that looks very enthusiastic, and what looks like a construct with wheels on her feet, an auto gnome.
No facial expression changes, but she inclines her head and says, "May the void subsume you."
Oh, she spoke.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, wait, what do you mean that's not good?
Well, that's how that starts. People have they have a saying.
That is
yeah.
That is It's, hello, greetings, Kaiho Kuroshi. I hopefully Vima told you what we need.
I am Gospel, and I was told I could aid you with the map.
Yes, the map. Obviously, this is, sensitive. We don't want too much word getting out about this. And he lifts the silk cloth off of it, and you see what you immediately recognize as the skull of a Githyanki, Gospel. But it has been polished to the point that it shines almost like a jewel itself. And when he rotates it around, you can see on the back of it, there are carvings etched into it. It clearly is a map of some sort, but the meaning of it isn't exactly obvious. And he just holds it out to you.
I take it and sort of like look at it from a few angles. You have no context for this item?
You kind of can't be compelled to testify when you don't know. It's, you know. But it is clearly something of great value to my ancestors, and by extension of great value to me, and I would be greatly indebted to you, as would Torvin, but no one else in this room.
Do I have to be indebted already? See, that's how quickly this happens.
It's going to be fine, Torvin. It's fine. It's fine.
Torvin, we don't have any money. Don't get in debt.
Don't worry. I accept no money. I infer no debts. We must pray!
Oh no. There's a wellness center my parents used to send me to. They all talk just like that. Beware.
She's going to like sit down on the
Mhm.
floor in the middle of the room, and she's gonna put the skull in front of her, and she'll raise both of her hands, and a small little point of light will appear over one of them, and then over the other a small little point of darkness, just like a black nothingness. And she's just gonna lower her head, and with her veil she sort of starts muttering to herself. It's like, it's really unsettling. It feels like the room gets darker, maybe.
Oh, hey guys, this looks cool. And then Boxy rushes over to her. I want to do the same thing. Lifts up her veil. Hey, lady. Okay.
Riddle's gonna turn the switch back on. Did it just get really dark in here? It's kind of scary.
Gospel makes eye contact with Boxy and just like doesn't react and keeps doing her thing. Just like, feel free, go ahead, join in.
That's the kind of thing. All of a sudden the room gets dark. That's the kind of creepy thing that happens.
Sunny's fingers are going to start twitching and she's ready.
You see, Kaiho just seems fascinated. Like from the moment she started doing this, he hasn't moved an inch. He's just watching what she's doing.
I put my head slowly in front of Kaiho's face.
Right when it comes in, he's like,
creepy.
To watch her, yes.
She finishes praying, and she raises her head and pulls back her veil. Whoops, just hit my own halo. Pulls back her veil, and then she goes, "Nothingness is peace," and holds up the skull.
When she does this, you all notice the skull starts to glow faintly with a similar pale white light as what is around Gospel herself. And you see out of its eyes, it projects an image just right out against the nearest wall that looks like what I'm about to send you. It is a map, but it's moving, and you see it's not static, and the points on the map are moving in relation to each other, almost like they're like corks on the sea. There's several patches of Wildspace, which is where planets and celestial bodies are. There are also astral dominions mapped out on here, which are places where essentially minor divinities or things essentially strong enough to will something into being exist. There are the bodies of multiple dead gods, and at the far end of it is a planet. One planet. And you see Kaiho looks at it and he says, "I don't know this world. Do any of you?"
Have we been here?
Whether you know it or not, you have. And certainly Boxy's been there as well. It's Kryn.
Oh, I heard of this.
I want to go.
The moment he says it's Kryn, the entire ship lurches. All of you give me dex saves.
Oh wait, I did that wrong.
18 for Sunny.
Sunny, you were able to stay on your feet. Gospel?
21.
Gospel, it's like you smooth criminal it. Like it's just kind of stand there. You see, go ahead, Riddle.
BS for Riddle.
Yes.
Nothing good. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Boxy?
20 for Boxy.
Same thing, Boxy. Your low center of gravity saves you. Torvin, what did you get?
The general shock of seeing my homeworld has given me a 7 on my dexterity saving throw.
See, Kaiho also got an 8. So Kaiho turns and looks at you and he's like, "What do you mean it's crippled?" Like kind of Torvin, Riddle, and Kaiho are all lifted off their feet and thrown against the far wall. As the other three of you,
Sunny, I'm just gonna lean down to Boxy. It's like almost all the way down to she's like a third of my height. And I'm just gonna go, "If she asks you to take a lie detector test, run the other way."
I'm good at lying. By the way, one of your hairs in the back is tingling.
Oh my god. And I'm running to the dark corner and work on it.
Yeah, you all, especially you, Torvin, Torvin and Riddle, who have been out here for a long time, you realize the ship would only stop so abruptly if it came into the gravity well of something else. That is the only thing that would basically pull it out and force it to stop like this.
Hey, Torvin, I think that we're entering something else's gravity. Are we at Kryn right now?
It's, well, Riddle, you can't just go around saying that, okay?
I'm sorry?
That's
Why?
not, we don't know, we don't.
Do we not like Kryn?
Yeah, for
It's-
like the
it's
uninitiated
complicated.
here, what is Kryn?
Well, it's complicated. It's my home world. It's also Fox's home world.
Cool.
Well, it's a bit rough place to grow up in general, I would say. And I left for personal reasons. There was a cataclysm. Witnessing that made me, it would be hard to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, my creator didn't tell me about a cataclysm. She only told me about the fact that she was from there, because my creator is a gnome, and I've never been there before, but it sounds like there's nothing to see if we go.
No, it's beautiful. It's there was a skirmish a long time ago, and a disagreement between the mortals and the gods, and it got messy.
Oh, I know what that's like. One time I wore my purple Balenciaga dress and then Sarah wore her purple Balenciaga dress at the same day. It was a total, what'd you call it? A cataclysm? Oh my God.
Yeah, but I bet you wore it best.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know it.
Yeah. I heard of the screenplays. Kyle, you told me about it all the time. Yeah. I was from Kryn, right? But
Yeah.
I made this medicine to fix people's when their hearts explode, and I tried it, but then afterwards I didn't really remember anything else from before the drink. But it made my tummy feel funny. That was cool.
We went to great lengths to make sure you didn't necessarily give away too much, gospel. Do you have any idea why my people, Githyanki, would have a very sacred map towards Kryn? We are not from there. We do not live there.
I do not. But seek within the void of yourself. Do you find knowledge within the darkness?
Wow.
She talks funny.
No, I
She talks-
don't. I
she
don't
talks
find
funny.
anything in the darkness.
She talks funny.
He looks down at the skull and he just says, would you all mind taking a look on the deck to see what's going on? I'm going to go have a word with St. Pre.
Is there a horn of some? There has to be like a horn, right? Like, you know, where I can. I want to go some kind of device where I can talk to the entire crew immediately.
Yeah, there's a ship-wide sending stone system. Yes.
Oh.
I go over and I just kind of pull it down. I'm like, hi everyone, this is your captain, Torvin. You might, you might have remembered. Oh God.
Sup?
He usurped the previous captain.
Shh.
Sorry.
Don't tell everyone I did that. Well, I guess that was quite public, me usurping. Where is the zombie Morel, anyways? Is he still around? Anyways, hi, everyone. This is your captain speaking. Everyone to battle stations. Just don't shoot anybody yet. That's all. Just linger around the weapons, if you would be so kind.
When do
You
we get our
hear-
beverages?
You hear regular Bonnie does not talk to you over the comm system. She yells from the galley, Why did you say all of that over the comms?
I love regular Bonnie. Oh, is this thing still on? Click.
I love you right back, Captain!
Oh, that's awkward. She's going to take that the wrong way.
You see Kaiho he wraps up the skull and he's like, I'll join you on the deck in a minute. And he walks out.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Kaiho. sticking pretty close by his side, but I'm keeping kind of like my side eye on Gospel. She's very interesting to me on a lot of levels.
I'm going to put my hand on Boxy's shoulder and say, you seem open.
And then Boxy looks at her and says, wide open. And then starts looking around to see if there's anything that she... let's see if she has any shiny stuff around her.
That is deeply valued by the children of the void. The void is openness itself. And as she yammers about the void, you can see that she has a holy symbol on her, like that's very shiny.
What does your holy symbol look like?
It's just like a metal orb that's sort of like contained in a few rings that are like suspended around it. Almost in a way where you're like, I'm not exactly sure how that physically works.
Boxy takes note of it and pulls out the syringe that has Torvin's blood. Hold on, Tiny. Give me a second. She copies the symbol on the back of Tiny's head. Okay.
Good. Yes. Learn. If you wish to learn more, seek me out.
Hey, shiny lady.
Does anybody go to the bridge?
I go with you, Kaiho, yeah.
Riddle, I think we should probably head up to the top deck.
Okay,
Sunny.
as long as no one's down here. Is it bad that Boxy is drawing something with your blood? Does that have any kind of significance that's going to affect you negatively?
No, I'm sure it's not going to come up at all later. Boxy, can we talk about my blood later? I would like that back.
Okay.
But like not in me, just like, you know.
Okay, it's kind of dark down here. I'm like, Riddle.
We're going upstairs, so
I'm gonna stand at the top of the stairs and like turn the switch back on so that Boxy can see, but also keep an eye on Kaiho and Torvin.
I think she wants you to pick her up.
Oh, you want me to pick? Oh, got it. And, yeah, Riddle leans down to pick Boxy up and like kind of puts her on her shoulders.
Aren't you only like a few inches taller than Boxy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I am a very I get in the way a lot.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than I think I am.
Sunny,
Yes.
as you sort of walk with Kaiho down the hallway a little bit, once you get out of earshot of the others, he looks at you and he's like, you do know I can't show this map to St. Pre, right?
Right.
And yet we have to go where it points.
So one of us needs to take St. Pre's place.
I know how to fly this vessel.
So
I
we
won't
should
even
do it.
hurt him. It's fine.
Of course not.
You
How
just
can you? He's barely living anyways.
make sure the others don't interfere for the next few minutes, if you would.
Oh, you got it.
Also,
yeah.
you look especially fabulous today. The Wildspace agrees with your fur. It's very...
Right? There's something about like the electricity in the air. I've got so much body. And you can see like every inch, like down her arms and her legs. It's all just like there's like a halo around her as the like light, astral light shines through the tips of her fur. So she goes, gotcha, Kaiho. And then I would like to turn around and to the group to distract them, I would like to attempt to give them a dissertation on the history of fashion, bugbear fashion particularly, and it should be fascinating. And I look very perturbed if anyone tries to walk away and not listen to me.
Give me a performance check.
Oh yeah, I mean it's okay. It's a 14.
The rest of you give me willpower saves.
Willpower saves?
Willpower
So
saves.
what is the
Spelljammer the Masquerade.
wisdom? I guess wisdom.
Yeah,
save?
wisdom. That's true. I got too many games floating around
Too
in my
many
head.
games, wisdom.
Yep. Wisdom saves. Not you, Sonny. The rest
I
of you
know.
give me wisdom saves.
Yes, I got Riddle. Yes, I got Torvin.
Yep. Your excitement is too much. You're like watching our dice rolls.
Boxy and gospel.
Yes, I got Moxie.
I got an 11, so I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Everyone. It is lengthy. It is detailed. There are names of people you have never heard of before. I do demonstrations. It's amazing.
Wow. I want Bucci shoes.
Bucci's are the best, okay? But if you like, you can also do chimizoos. They're really good.
I want chimizoos.
Chimizoos are amazing. They've got green bottoms.
Oh.
I think
And they make them in size 38. They make them in size 38 for bugbear feet. So
Do they make them in size this many?
I'm sure they do. They're a very inclusive brand.
Okay, good.
A moment later, you all hear over the ship's comms. Could you all join me at the Spelljammer helm, please?
And I've got, okay, great. That was it. That's all I want to say. Thanks. And I'll turn.
That was really educational. Thank you so much, Sunny. You could see the gears turning in Riddle's head, and like this little notebook pops out on this mechanical tiny arm from her chest. And then this other tiny little arm pops out with a pen, just like taking down a bunch of notes.
You all look far more fabulous just by osmosis, just from, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is this too dark? I'd like to think that Torvin has held on to Zombie Morel, but I treat him very fairly, and I let him earn an honest wage.
Morel was in the Spelljammer hell. Remember, he's the one that's been navigating the ship up until now.
What could go wrong?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been feeding him like raw meat.
Do you guys go to where the helm is, to this badly burned, shot multiple times, barely reanimated old man? Yeah. When you all do go into the Spelljammer helm room, you do find Morel sitting on the floor and Kaiho is in the seat. And he's like, oh, it feels so weird. It's all like pin and needly. Okay. Right. New plan. I'm the Spelljammer now.
What?
I know, Sonny. I should have told you, but I didn't. Yes. It's, Morel, Gospel.
Yes.
Do you have any use for a cantankerous, traitorous old man? I'm sure whatever you might do is probably better than what we might do. He could probably be ransomed for a handsome sum. In fact, the Navy might want him back.
I'm gonna squat down in front of him and say, "Would you welcome emptiness into your being?"
So, he is an incredibly old human. He does look barely patched up. There's marks on his uniform where you can see he has been shot and hit with fireballs. He is burned. Like, he is just healed enough to basically be able to focus. And he just looks at you and he's like, I welcome the void with all my heart.
Yes. Yes, the children of the void will take him. I came here seeking supplicants. I will happily return with him.
But Morel, we've been so kind to you this whole time. Aren't you enjoying your stay on the Deciduon?
He sort of grabs the hem of your garment, Gospel, and just like pulls it in front of him to like hide behind you. Please don't let them hurt me.
I'm gonna grab his arm to sort of like pull him to his feet and look at everyone with judgmental eyes. Don't you know it's important on a ship to keep morale up?
Thank you all for tuning in. That's our show.
Done.
And
Good night, everybody.
we're just gonna, it's a short night tonight. We're just gonna
Campaign
I
over.
love you so much. I love you so much. You're the best. You're the fucking best person in the world.
You broke Gina.
That's it. It's not gonna get any better than that. That's the top of the line.
I'm so sorry I cursed. Hey, wherever she's going, I'm going with her. I trust her with my life. Let's go, Tiny.
I embrace the void.
You gaze into the void gazes back. Yes.
Yes.
Morel does stand up and sort of adjust his uniform a little bit. And you see Kaiho sort of looks around and he's like, I can feel the ship. That's odd. Like, you all are... Okay, so Jimmy Legs, that's a lot of legs he has. Boxy. Boxy, you do know I love you, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have got to go up on the deck right now. You will not believe what's in front of us.
What is it? What right now?
It's Sunny. These are the things dreams are made of. Go.
Oh my
I've got it here.
Sunny!
I'll pick up Boxy. Yeah. I'll pick up Boxy and like carry her. I'll like almost like fling her around on my back so she can kind of fly as I run up the stairs.
Torvin, Riddle, Gospel, do you all head up towards the deck?
Oh yeah.
After you. Riddle's gonna be the intentionally the very last person to go up.
Right before you leave the room, Kaiho just looks at you and he says, Riddle, I know you're only 6 months old, but no one would know you're trying to hide something if you weren't so obviously trying to hide something.
I am not trying to hide anything. There is nothing on this ship that I am protective about. I'm gonna go up deck now.
Yes, good meeting, Riddle. Thanks.
You're gonna be up here the whole time too, right?
I'm gonna be in this chair flying the vessel.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna be in that chair the whole time, right?
I won't at all be in the teleportation circle room, moving the third plank to the right and reaching into the crevice inside. I told you I can feel the entire vessel now.
Okay.
As you all go up onto the deck, you see something truly astonishing. Out in front of you, in space, there is a pod of absolutely massive whales.
They're hot.
Torvin, you know these are Kindori. They're space whales. They're largely harmless. In fact, sometimes you can even get close enough that you can walk around on their back. They're big enough they keep a little air pocket around them. You notice one of them is covered in what looks like plant life, almost like a forest is growing on its back. Torvin, you know that means not only is this one very, very old, but is very much on the backside of its life cycle. It's kind of like once the growth starts to get a little bit out of hand is when they're nearing the end of the road of their lives.
For those that don't know, these are the Kindori. They are, I don't know, space whales. I think that's the best way to kind of explain it. They're massive. They're very kind. They're peaceful creatures. And, well, if you look to your left, you may see a particularly old one that has a lot of vegetation growing on it. That usually typically means that it's near the end of its life. I don't know why I'm kind of a tour
Almost
guide,
as good
but...
as my presentation. Almost.
I spit out Sunny's for I thought, wow, it tastes like strawberry shampoo. It's really nice.
Thank you.
It tastes expensive.
It's organic.
Wow. Guys, look it. Can we go on there? Sunny, and she Boxy grabs onto more of Sunny's hair. Sunny! You want to touch it? Come on, Sunny! It's so pretty. Hey,
Can
Torvin, that one. I want that one. Torvin, I want that one.
But not you don't own the Kindori. You sometimes are along for the ride. Sometimes people like to build a hut or an inn on top of one, but they are themselves. So we can't saddle ourselves to a Kindori.
Okay, can't or won't?
I mean, some folks do it. They do. I mean, I lived on a Kindori for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I wanted to very much be alone.
How close are they?
They're still some ways away.
Okay.
It's difficult to tell in the void, but close enough that it pulled the ship out of hyperspace, but far enough you couldn't reach out and touch it.
Right. Okay, but they're coming our way.
You're kind of parallel to them, basically. It's almost like there was like a traffic intersection, essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like sort of pat Boxy and say, I don't know that we can go say hi to them today, but if you like, I'll be your Kindori, and I'll start to sort of kind of, jump around on the deck and kind of let her sort of ride and enjoy.
They're like a strawberry Kindori. I love it.
Gospel, give me either religion or perception, whichever is higher.
Ooh, okay. Oh, that's a 21 for perception.
Perfect. You, again, are a cleric of the void. Wild space in the void between worlds is actually where you are your most comfortable. You're aware something's wrong. Something's coming. Like, you feel it distinctly. It's like
Something is wrong. Something is coming.
You
Is
feel
it the wheels?
I feel it distinctly.
Yeah.
Is it related to the Kindori?
It's not the Kindori.
Okay.
These are very much native. They're again in some ways their existence is enviable because they live their entire lives in the void. They don't ever have to stop anywhere. No, something else dangerous is coming.
Well, Gospel, do you think that we should turn the ship around, or do you know if it's something coming towards us right now?
Something is coming towards us. I do not know if you should turn the ship around. I am not a ship captain.
I happen to be a captain. Wait, what is this darkness? Can you, do you sense something evil? What exactly is happening?
You just know you're in danger, Gospel.
We're in danger. I don't know the details.
Torvin, is there any way to like cloak the ship? Like, can we make the ship like hard to spot or anything?
Well, we could put out all the lanterns, first of all, and we could just go into a dead, this kind of a dead
What
push.
if we did like, you know, like we went in with the Kindori and just tried to kind of like hide in the stream of Space Whale?
That's an
Maybe they'd
excellent
think
idea.
we were just a whale shadow.
Would it be a whale shadow?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk to Kale. Yeah, you can.
Yes, there is a comm system. Yes, right. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I was watching through Gakoda. Yeah, of course. We can't go near the Kindori. That would be like a suicide mission. Like their tail could splinter. Right when you say that, Boxy, you all feel a nauseating ripple. Gospel, you know, it is almost like space itself is being violated by a force that should not exist. Behind the ship, you all see a distortion appear in space, and something emerges out of it. It looks like a giant Nautilus in space. In front of it, it has 4 long tentacles and a hard shell on the vessel that just erupts out into space. Torvin, you and actually Boxy, and even Sunny. Boxy and Sunny, you've never seen this, but Kaiho would have told you. Torvin, you know exactly what this is. It is a Mindflayer Nautilus. It is one of the smaller vessels, but it is extremely dangerous. And they are capable of teleporting anywhere.
Torvin, I think we have to turn around.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. They're gonna follow us just about anywhere. Hi, everyone. These are Mindflayers. They're terrible. They're the Lithids. They had an empire a long time ago, and they're going to try to eat your brains. If you are a mechanical creature of any kind, you're probably safe. But if you're not, or...
You all hear in your minds, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the collective. We will make you a part of our grand empire. Your lives of meaningless, directionless existence are over. Now you will be put to your full and greatest use. Do not resist."
Is the link open?
Probably.
It's funny that you should say that. We have a really great cleric named Gospel. She would like to talk to you about the void.
Meaninglessness is valuable.
You all hear Kaiho comes over the comm again, and he says, "Is that what I think it is out there?"
Oh, yeah.
Okay, new plan, closer to the whales. And the ship immediately starts like cutting a huge bank as he immediately starts heading towards the whale pod. And the Nautiloid turns and starts coming right afterwards. And I need all of you to roll initiative. You do know that earlier you'd call for battle stations, and Jimmy Legs and Handsome George are up by the ballista that it faces to the aft of the ship, where you can basically shoot at things that are behind you, which is where the Nautilus is. And George, the gift, leans over and he's like, "Oh, Captain, you want us to start shooting at that, I think, right?"
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I don't know that we're going to stealth our way out of this. We're just trying to outmaneuver them. So if you want to take a couple shots, hit him in the tentacles.
It's funny that you should say that, because as the ship banks sharply and starts moving down in towards this pod of whales, I need...
This doesn't feel like it's going to be funny.
What kind of monster would do something terrible? Sunny.
Yeah.
Give me a con save, please.
17.
You all see around Sunny, just like you saw that void open up that the ship came out of, one starts to open up around her like it's about to swallow her, but she dives out of the way and it just closes.
Not today, Satan.
You also see...
I'm still riding on her like a whale.
That is true. You know what, Boxy? You give me a con save as well.
Well, I would have, in noticing that, and I guess was I would, if I could, I would hold on to her. No, okay, okay.
Give me the con save, Boxy.
Oh, rolls a 9.
It was bad.
Sunny, you do dodge out of the way easily, but as Boxy is dangling off of you, you see the darkness comes forward and Boxy is gone.
I'm immediately going to turn and go, no! Yes.
You also see, coming from the Nautiloid, you start to hear shunk, shunk, shunk as catapults go off, and you see rocks come flying towards the Deciduon, 2 of which fly high, but one of them smashes into the side of the ship, and you do, and Sid audibly goes, "Oh, that's not good."
Rudy, are you okay?
I don't identify as Rudy anymore. I'm Sid.
Okay. Well, everything's changing. I've got a hat. I feel like lightheaded, and she's got a light bulb, and you're Sid. I'm okay with all of it. I just, keep trying to keep track.
You also see the tentacles of the Nautilus lash out and start to wrap around the ship, and the ship begins to literally pull a barrel roll in space, shaking them off as you drive closer in between these whales here. Now, Boxy, you see as Sunny is running, and you see this darkness coming up around you, and you're on the deck of the Nautiloid. You see the tentacles lashing out and trying to grab the Deciduon, and in front of you are 4 GIF. They're like hippo people, just like Handsome George, but their eyes are completely blank, like they're staring at nothing. And they point their muskets at you, and you hear a voice in your head say, "Oh, hello, little one. Do you give up?"
No, you butthole. I never give up.
It is your turn, Boxy. You are aboard the Nautilus. You are on the enemy vessel, faced with these 4 Gith. What would you like to do?
Okay. Tiny, remember that calamari ship that we saw earlier? We're on it now. We're gonna eat the hell out of them. Okay. Boxy, I would like to. I'm sorry. Are these fairly strong? Like, are they strong? Are they kind of?
You would know they are not particularly agile, but they're fairly portly. I mean, they're literally hippo people.
Oh.
You do know that the muskets that they carry, their firearms, are unpleasant to get shot with. You have fixed many a musket wound in your time.
Got it. Okay.
They're fairly destructive weapons.
Got it. I would like to attack with my crossbow.
I will also say, you will know from your time and the fact that you know a few things from your own travels and from what Kaiho has told you. GIF. They're not particularly well armored. They're not particularly difficult to hit. They're just durable. They just sort of live through stuff. You also would know that if they're on this ship, it is because the Mindflayer is dominating their mind. If you kill the Mindflayer that has control of them, they will get free. That is something you don't see a Mindflayer here, but that is something you would know. Like right now, they're kind of they're not really in control of their own actions right now.
Got it. Okay. May I?
You also, I will say one other thing that you would know. Kaiho kill him anyway. He doesn't care. But this is something you know. These are facts that Boxy has in evidence.
Gang, it is. All right, all right, here we go. I would like, Boxy would like to shoot her crossbow at the closest hippo-looking thing.
Perfect. Roll it.
Okay. She rolls a 13.
Believe it or not, a 13 is enough. They don't seem to be wearing any. They have these oddly dressed uniforms. Like they all look like they're a member of some navy that like nobody ever really knows who the GIF Navy is, but they all look like proper gentlemen. Besides, they're just like blank eyes. But that is enough. Roll your damage.
All right. So Boxy pulls out her crossbow. It's pink, and the arrows are heart shaped, and she yells at them, "Hey, you guys are kind of cute. I'm sorry I have to do this, but it's kind of dark in here. It's kind of scary." She draws her crossbow. She releases, and she hits for 5 damage.
Perfect. Anything else? Would you like to do your spiritual weapon or anything of the sort?
Yep. I would like to also summon my spiritual weapon because it's dark in here and it's really scary. She rolls a 9.
That is unfortunately not enough. Does the spiritual weapon look like tiny this time?
Yeah, spiritual weapon is still tiny.
You hit it center mass with the crossbow, and Tiny appears. Tiny biting, clawing. How's Tiny doing this here?
So Tiny pops out in a whole explosion of sparkles and hearts and glitter. And Tiny is this bunny that comes out. He has claws, a bloody mouth. He's a bipedal bunny that pops out to protect her, and he just goes and he just has like fire in his eyes.
He clamps down and starts gnawing on this thing, but like can't even get through its hide basically as he's chomping away here. Anything else from Boxy?
Boxy would like to hide behind the nearest thing she can find.
Okay, you're gonna start running, trying to hide. Perfect. I'm gonna say, one thing you do notice here, Boxy, is you can hear a pin drop on this ship. There's just a lot of ambient noise on the Decision one. Like things are creaking, people talking, boots walking around. I mean, it's clearly people are living there. This place is absolutely silent. Sunny, your turn.
Couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
So if these tentacles reached out and like grabbed the ship, we are connected. How far away is the ship?
As of yet, they have not managed to get a hold of the ship, but they are close. I like where your head's at with this, though. Are you trying to figure? Can you run down the tentacles?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. So they didn't. I thought they reached out with them, but they didn't attack.
He pulled a barrel roll. They tried to. They attacked.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were causing the barrel roll. Gotcha. Kaiho did that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But how close are they then? Even if I can't run across tentacles yet.
They are close enough for you to be able to reach them, especially with your monk movement. I mean, they're nearby. It's like, all around the ship. Right. So you can get onto them.
Can I see? I mean, I know she's attempting to hide. But just by where Boxy is on the ship, can I see her? At
30 feet, you see this entire exchange. You see her disappear, reappear, shoot at a dude, and take off running. Yeah, you see all of this.
I've seen the layout of our ship. Would I know that their ship might be similarly like would there be a helm, that kind of thing?
So
okay.
Give me
is this
a history check. No, No,
Okay, just to
give me a
see if I
history
know
check because Kaiho would have told you, but let's see if you were listening.
if I remembered.
Yeah.
I have a lot on my mind. That is a critical hit. That's a 20 with a 22.
Then, yeah, oddly enough, you do remember, and it's stuck in your mind because it was so ugly the way he described it.
So I would have a sense of where the like the person controlling the ship might be.
Yes, you would know. It's going to have its own spelljammer, just
Same
like
deal, just like
Kaiho is flying this ship. Somewhere in there is a Mindflayer flying that ship.
Then I'm gonna risk it. We're close enough that I think the others with their range attacks can do some good. So I'm gonna jump into space and try to grab onto a flailing tentacle and run up on the ship.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics. Let's see how well you do this. And I, for one, really hope this works because that's kind of a dope visual of a bugbear running across nautiloid tentacles.
So either way, you see her. She goes Boxy, and then I turn and I see this exchange with Boxy over there, and I know Kaiho would never forgive me if I didn't try to get her back. And you notice that luckily today I wore my high top trainers and my leg warmers right out of like a Jane Fonda or Buns of Steel or something like that. So I'm ready for this. So I take off sprinting along the back of the ship and just into the air as I reach forward towards the tentacle. 22.
That is more than enough. Tell me what you look like when you land right in front of Boxy.
So I fly out like this and I grab onto one of that tentacles and do like a roll. So I'm right back up on my feet and run forward towards Boxy. I jump in front of her and I look at the hippo guys and I go, "Not my little sister."
Boxy! Wow, you look so cool doing that.
Wow.
Sonny,
go ahead. Yeah.
You
go.
hear in your head,
yeah.
"Oh, you are going to be supremely useful. Excellent."
As a bonus action, I want to go, "Not my little sister." I hear my thing, and then I just want to like slap the face.
Honestly, I'll give you all that as a move action because it was incredible. So yeah, you could still do something once this is what monks do. That's monk stuff.
This is monk stuff. Yeah, I think I can just do this. So great. Yeah,
so
here we go.
There are 4 of these gifts, one of which clearly has a crossbow sticking out of its chest, but seems like unfazed by it. Like it's bleeding, but its face is still completely blank.
Actually, I'd like to like punch him in the crossbow wound. Kind of, further indent the bolt. Here we go.
Perfect. Roll your attack.
Crap. That is a 25.
More than enough.
I didn't need it. I don't think.
More than enough.
Bad roll there. Only 5 damage. 5 bludgeoning.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Excellent. All right. Anything else?
I think that was my bonus, and my action was to get over there. Oh, no, you gave me.
I'll give you the action. Yeah. They will just move to get across the tentacles.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Oh, well then hold on. Okay, so then I will flurry of blows and do 2 more slaps. Here we go. Those are both really good. That is a 22 and a 21.
All hits. Yep.
Boy, I'm doing good on those things. Okay, here we go. Much better. 17 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Sonny, you just wail on this dude, and you just hear boom, 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 boom. Like you hear bones cracking and everything. You're aware you have damaged him a lot. His face never changes. He just.
I don't need to see the pain. I know it's in there. I just need to see the bruises.
Perfect. Anything else from Sonny?
That's it.
All right, Riddle.
Sonny, no!
I can just give him side eye.
As Riddle sees Sonny hop onto this tentacle, she's super worried at first, but then she sees her land and she's like, "Oh, I knew she's gonna be fine. She's super strong." And then Riddle's gonna try to do the same thing, but where is that tentacle that Sonny hopped onto right now?
Same thing. It's like they're actively trying to grab the Deciduan, and the Deciduan is actively trying to get away from them, basically.
Just rolled a natural 1 to catch it, so that's a 9. Please don't kill me.
Your tentacles. They could grab you or something, right? Come on.
You all see Riddle goes hurtling off the boat out into the void of wild space. Luckily, Riddle, you don't have to breathe.
No, I got that going for me.
It's there is a gravitational well around both the Deciduan and the Nautiloid, so you don't just kind of go in a straight line. You sort of like curve downwards. Torvin, I know you have a number of reactions. Do you have any relevant reaction that would help Riddle?
Other than pure freaking horror, as like the one person I care about just jumped into outer space.
By the way, acrobatics are kind of my thing. I have a +8. And of course, that was like the one time I'd roll in that one.
That is the one house rule we play with, that a 1 always fails and a 20 always succeeds, even on skill checks. That is true. She's hurtling into she's thrown herself into the void, Gospel.
Yes! Go, little robot!
Gospel! I have meaning!
I don't have a reaction that can. I don't have one. I have nothing.
Then Riddle,
Just horror.
For the time being, unless you have you do have a ranged attack. I will say that you can get a shot off if you like before you plummet.
As Riddle is just being sucked into this gravity from both ships, she is going to reach out with one hand that has a crossbow built in and do her best to aim to hit whichever of the gifts is about to attack either Boxy or Sunny right now.
So far, all 4 of them are just holding muskets. One of them's pretty beat up, though. They've both been wailing on one.
Whichever one is the most beat up.
All right.
Are you serious? I just rolled another natural 1. What is going on? So that's a 10. Does a 10 hit? Probably not. I'm getting physical dice.
You do have a D4 though, as an auto note. Don't forget.
Well, would a 14 hit?
A 1's a 1 though. So just like Sunny, you do this massive, like incredible display, and then Riddle immediately tumbles off the ship like Woodstock from the Peanuts and just shoots a crossbow bolt that just goes so wide that all 4 gift turn and look at you, and you all hear that voice say, "I don't think we'll be keeping the auto gnome though. No." Anything else from Riddle?
Nope. I embarrassed myself enough today, I think.
Perfect. Gospel, it is your turn, and then Torvin. So Riddle is plummeting into the void.
As one does.
And Sunny are on the enemy ship 30 feet away.
I watch Riddle sort of flipping head over wheels into the void with a degree of visible jealousy. And then I think I am going to wait, I knew what I was going to do. Yes, I'm going to so I'm close enough to do Sacred Flame at the most beat up one.
30 feet. You certainly are. Yep.
Great. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be oh my god. My jealousy manifested itself as a natural 1, so.
That's just fate is not on everyone's side here. Right? Yeah.
We are cursed.
That is the.
Come on, describe another complete failure. Do it.
I just, okay, as an aside, meta folks, when she missed with that crossbow, I was like, she's going to shoot Sunny in the back, and then Sunny can do her grab missiles. And I was like, but I don't want to punish Sunny for her bad roll. This is all terrible. Your Sacred Flame just shoots completely wide, Gospel, and sort of like slams into the hull of the Nautiloid. And a second later, you see the windows slide open and 2 more GIF pop up and like point rifles out the windows where your Sacred Flame hit the window.
was just making sure we had all our targets in range.
Mhm. Anything else? Anything else from Gospel?
That's well, who's closest to me physically right now on the deck?
Torvin is still over there with you. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to cast. Because Sacred Flame's a cantrip, so I'm allowed to cast another spell.
As long as it's a bonus action, yep.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sanctuary on Torvin. I'm going to sort of wave my hand towards Torvin, and the little white ball of white light and ball of dark light that I had earlier will sort of like swirl around each other towards him, and then strike him. Sorry, that must not seem great to you. And it wards you against attack. Anyone who targets you with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom save, and if they fail, they have to choose a new target or lose the attack.
Perfect.
How intimately connected to the void are we talking? Her magic and all this? Like, how dark is this? Is it like aberration dark?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she thinks it's real divine.
Yeah, when you cast Sanctuary at me, I kind of look at you and I don't quite hiss, but my eyes go jet black all around, and you just see pure darkness in my eyes.
Cool.
I appreciate it.
Into that, I'm just gonna receive that as praise. That's it. That's it for my
Of course,
turn.
Gospel does.
You're welcome.
I want to see
Torvin.
Gospel on the event horizon.
My love language is just sheer darkness.
You're the most metal cleric. Exactly. Go into the void. Yeah. Torvin, it is your turn.
I am. Torvin's very upset. He just saw one person he cares about just jump off into the void that is Wildspace. I am going to run as fast as I can and swan dive off the boat. I'm trying to get enough. I am trying to grab a rope at the same time and tie it around like my ankle or something like that, whatever. If I can't do that, I'm still jumping. And I want to try to use acrobatics to jump further than Riddle has gone as my movement.
Give me acrobatics, but it's going to be a high DC. It'll be a DC 18 to Errol Flynn this thing.
Natural 20, total of 28.
Tell me what it looks like when Torvin snatches Riddle from. But Riddle, is you're just out there, you can see these whales underneath you, and you see one of the eyes rotate on the little calf, rotates up at you, really blowing its little Kindori mind. And what happens, Torvin?
I'm just running, and I run by one of the crewmates, and I just grab a rope out of their hand and I tie it around my ankle, and I just swan dive out, and I feel like I'm moving through Wildspace towards Riddle, and I'm not going to quite make it. So I just take out both my guns and shoot them behind me to increase momentum. And I just start blaring, and then I reach Riddle, and I just kind of scoop her up in my arms. I'm like, we both did something very bad today. Are we having fun, though?
Thanks, Torvin. Yeah, did you get a makeover? I really like your hat and your scarf.
Oh, thanks.
You could be on Pirates GQ.
What?
The magazine.
Sunny
Sonny taught me about it, about fashion.
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot some people since we're out here, okay?
Thank you for saving me.
You're welcome. No, you saved me. So I figured, turn around. Am I still able to make an attack?
Off of a natural 20 with that, I'm still going to give you the attack. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot one of the hippo
You're Yosemite Sam your way through space here. Yes.
I'm like cradling Riddle and talking to her. I'm like, 1 second.
Go ahead and roll it.
I shoot at one of the hippo people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, turns out Sanctuary ends when you make an attack because I'm dumb and didn't read that whole spell. So all that I did was succeed in making you nervous.
You're just like good feelings gone. Yeah, no, that is a success in and of itself.
I feel like your Sanctuary gassed me up.
that actually no. Gospel, 100% the only reason that worked was the blessing of the void. Like,
Clearly the void.
100%.
Seriously.
The void's like, hey, I'm gonna action surge.
That actually is enough. That is enough. They're not very well armored. They're tanky boys. That is enough.
Then they're going to take 9 points of damage, and I am going to use one of my battle maneuvers to use a pushing attack.
Perfect.
And the DC is 16.
You see this bullet hits and it starts to slide back, and you notice it just stomps its foot down like like that whole GIF center of gravity just lowers and it just kind of stays in place. They're excellent sailors.
The GIF are chunky boys. I said what I said.
That's true. The vein bulges in the Mindflayer's head. Anything else from Torvin?
I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Action surge. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fire a couple more times. Another natural 20. I know you can see it, right? It's a 31 to hit.
That's a 31 to hit. Yeah. Okay. It very much just stomps its foot down and then like looks up at you. And how much damage?
23 points of damage.
It starts to slide, and right when it regains its composure, it just falls back to the deck. Hmm?
Lay down. I'm gonna shoot the next one.
All right, go ahead.
And that's less impressive. That's a 19.
Still, more than enough.
Okay, and I'm going to. So one's down. I'm gonna try to push this one off the deck. Oh, 7 points of damage, and it's a DC 16 to push it 15 feet.
This one moves even less than the last one did. It's like they're made out of concrete. They just and stays put. Mm-hmm.
I'm normally way better at this, Riddle. It's just, we're just, you know what is throwing me off is we're floating in Wildspace.
No, like literally, totally. Like you're like fixed relative to the ship, but I mean, you all are pinwheeling through space. It's like behind you, there is just like a rotating mural of whales as all of this is happening.
You know, Riddle is my George Clooney, and I am Sandra Bullock. We're just twirling through space.
Anything else from Torvin?
No, I think I've done enough.
You see the ballistae fires as Jimmy Legs and Handsome George are shooting, and Sid is hurling rocks, both very poorly, just completely going wide, though. Again, not necessarily accounting for the rotation here. Unfortunately, yes. The Mindflayers rolled much better. As Sunny, Boxy, you all both hear in your minds again, I think I understand the problem. You all still think there's hope. And with a natural 20, the tentacles lash out and grab the deciduon on the side like a dog with a bone in its mouth and starts plummeting down towards the whales. I'll dash this ship on the back of one of those behemoths, and then you all will understand the true scope of your situation. And as you all are hurtling downward with the ship in its grasp is an excellent place for us to take a little break. So, don't go nowhere.
You can't destroy that ship. There's something important on it.
Yes, Kaiho's on board. Kaiho's important.
That's what I was talking about, too.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to pet the whales. Let's go.
No.
You feel your whole body go rigid as you are stunned and fall backwards. Sunny, you see this thing lean down and its tentacles start wrapping around Gospel's head.